Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape. We are shining the light on creativity through our classes, clubs, online events like this and more, and our stamping retreats. So happy February 1st to everyone. I hope we're kicking it off. It's a lot nicer today. It actually hit 22 degrees. It's been a bit chilly around here in Wisconsin, so welcome, welcome. Make sure you pop in and say hello so I can see who is here. I would love to greet you. Have a seat and join in on the conversation. Just waiting a little bit while everybody hops on and my laptop catches up with us. So, well, when I told you I had something special for you today. Sorry. I did not have Playing in the Rain on the schedule here. I was actually waiting for a brand new bundle that I ordered, and actually ordered second day shipping, and it is still not on my porch. So, lucky thing, I know how to pivot and head for plan B. And I am quite lucky, actually, because Vicki, one of my friends, customers, used to be my upline, actually borrowed me all her goodies here for Playing in the Rain. And Vicki, I had so much fun playing with this that I actually bought another pack of paper just for myself. So you will get your full pack of paper back, and I appreciate you letting me use your good stuff. So we have Cheryl and Karen, Carrie, Jenny, Barb, Joanne. Hello, ladies. If I missed anyone, I am sorry. I tried to catch everybody's name as they whiz by. So hello and welcome. So you can see we're going to do Playing in the Rain, and every time I look at this, my head goes right to Gene Kelly and Singing in the Rain. But I won't sing for you because it's been a long time, and my voice is not what it used to be. So we'll take a pass on that. But we're going to have fun with this little cutie today, and we are going to make a window card. So I know fun folds are everybody's favorite, but I think that's partially because they're so cool to receive. So the window card will be just as much fun. I'm actually going to use a window sheet tonight. However, the way I'm building it, you wouldn't have to use a window sheet. You could leave that wide open. So anyhow, let's get going. I want you to see this a little closer. Our little turtle and our bunny and fox. And then we have coordinating dies. And the turtle, the fox, and the bunny all have coordinating dies that not only cut out the stamped images, but these images as well. So they made this so, I'm sorry I'm laughing because Karen's going, come on, sing. No. So they match these as well. So it's so much fun. These little guys are so cute. You wouldn't necessarily have to die cut them. So I'm going to flip through these papers for you so you can see how pretty they really are. So, of course, he is playing in the rain. And we'll flip this one here. And what's really cool about this paper is it's a specialty paper, which means on these we have embossing. And not that you can, well, you can feel it, but it's shiny. Can you catch that? Oh, yes, you can. There we go. So that is rain. And look at that. That's a wow. I mean, I can think of a lot of things to do with this. I've actually really begun to discover how cool these watercolor backgrounds are and all of the wonderful things you can do with that. There we have some more little friends. We have a little piggy and another turtle, and that looks like a puppy to me with some very dark rain clouds. And then we have some big rain here, big raindrops over here that match the other ones. Oh, we got some more visitors. Chris, Kathy. Oh, welcome, ladies. Here's one. Now, talk about stormy weather. Look at. Isn't that cool? I have a card that I am in process making with this one right now, so you'll be seeing that shortly. There's a nice little background. I've noticed that a lot of the blue tones are here and a lot of the pink tones. So the, I don't know if that's mambo but the colors there. I know it's mango is one of the colors, that one. And then could be flirty flamingo. I would have to look. So that one, and then we have umbrellas. Cute, this one's full of rain. Again, we got that nice. So each one of these has that clear embossing over them, so they shine for you. And then I love this one. This is just pretty. That is a spring, gotta have fun kind of background. And the color is much prettier. It is mango on this one. Much prettier than what shows up on my screen anyways. Okay, and this is the fun one. To me, throw this in a 12 by 12 album. Stick some pictures on it. Write how you had a fun day. And you have a scrapbook page right there already done for you. But I actually hacked this little guy up, and we're going to be using this one tonight. And then that is the background for that one. So, fun paper. And I know most of you have grandkids, so, man, you and your grandkids would have a ball with this bundle. For sure. Okay, so here's my little bunny. So I not only cut him out, but I die cut our bunny, and I saved that just in case. I might put that on my card yet. I don't know. And there's our bunny. He's so sweet. And you want to know what's really cool about this, you guys? All those little bunnies and your fox. Let me grab that one sheet again, this one. If you're afraid or unsure about how to color, whether you have the watercolor pencils or the blending pens or just markers in general, just take a look at how they're colored here. And you can easily just copy what they're doing. So take your color pattern right from these sheets if you'd like. It's a great way to, get a little bit of a head start and don't rack your brain about how you'd have to color it. This is what I'm going to be calling my bridge, and you can use anything that will stretch between the two pieces of paper cardstock, and you'll see what I mean later. I am using the stitched rectangle dies for this one, so that one we'll bring back later. And then I have all my pieces here. You need one card base, of course, 8.5 by 5.5, and we'll be cutting that down. So I will do that for you. And then this is one of the window sheets, and I just have the protective backing on there right now. And one piece of basic white. Both are cut at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then you will need 2 pieces of white, or depending on what designer paper you're using, you could change this up to coordinate with your designer paper. I chose white because I'm using 2 different patterns here. So 5 1/4 by 1 1/4 are your 2 mats. You need 2 of those. And then for your designer paper, I chose to cut 1 1/8 by 5 1/8 because I'm going to use a little bit less of a border around here and a little more of the designer paper. However, if you want to save on paper, then I would cut this at 1 inch by 5 inches. And you'd have a bigger border around here, but you would have a little less scrap as well. Does that make sense? Because then you'd be getting a lot more strips. So that is how that is going to work. Those 2 are going to go there, and we'll do that later after we start putting our card together. But I wanted to make sure you had all the dimensions, and I will share them again on my blog where I put the card afterwards. But those 2 pieces of designer paper came from here. So you can see I took the top and I took the bottom. So I cut about 1.5 inches or so off, and then I trimmed it down just to keep this paper cutting on an even keel. Oh, Nicole says, I like how you have the measurements labeled. Well, I know some people, thank you, I know some people like to write stuff down as I go, and I don't want to make it hard for you. This makes it a little easier. And then when you rewatch it, you can get those measurements again, and you don't have to pull out, you know, that piece of paper or whatever that you printed off from the sheet. Okay, so now we are going to grab our 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and we are going to start getting ready for our window card. So we are going to start by scoring. So we're going to get halfway in here, so 4 1/4, and I'm going to drag my score blade down here. Just score my card, and I'm going to slide this up a little more because I can see, you really can't see that. There we go. Come on. Am I up there? There it goes. Yay! Again, I'm using the old board, sorry, cutter, but it does show up really nice on the camera, so I do that. So we're scoring at 4 1/4. And then we're going to slide this out to 5 3/4 inches. So 5 3/4, and now we're going to cut. Yes, I said cut. So we are going to cut that off. And this is the piece we're going to use. So we're going to fold that in, fold that back. I like to double fold. It just makes things easier. And I'm going to have to grab a block, because Linda does not have her tool here. All right. Next thing you need to do with this one is you're going to cut this piece to 1 1/2. So keep it on the 5 1/2 length, and then we're going to cut it at 1 1/2. Cut. All right, and the 1 1/2 inch piece is the one we need. I don't know what happened there, but this is the one we need, and then this is just extra you can use for something else. So that's how easy it is to cut. Again, we score at 4 1/4. Slide it down to 5 3/4. Cut it, and then you're going to take that extra piece and cut it at 1 1/2. So here is our new card base now. And we're going to bring this down here. And I am using Balmy Blue because that is the color in our designer paper. So I need a new blade in my cutter. All right. So this little piece here, this Whisper White that we used, is going to go on the inside of our card. So that will just scooch right in there. And I'm going to put that in, but I'm not going to secure it down yet. And here's why. This goes on next. And I just want to basically line this up with my white. Okay. And I am going to adhere this. I don't want to go too far out because I don't need it outside of my window sheet. And I also don't want it to be seen with our other paper. There it is. This is what I'm looking for. I want to push that down and get a nice seal on that. This helps me line everything up. Now this piece here is going to come down and line up with this one. So I'm just going to put my adhesive here and cross your fingers that Linda does not run out of adhesive, because that is also what was in that box to be delivered today. So hopefully I have enough to get through. Oops. Whoa. Okay. Had to hold my breath on that one, because this actually goes under here. Whew. Line that back up and let's do this again. And I do it this way, okay, because when you flip this up, then you don't see all them ugly edges on the inside of your card. So they're actually going to be hidden because this is going to cover that up. So now our mat goes down next. And like I said, you really wouldn't have to. I'm going to make sure I'm getting this all covered up here. And it was cut. I got a little crooked there. It was cut so that this would all coordinate together. If you want, you could make that a hair smaller. Okay. Line that up with that. So now we can't see that either. There we go. Double push. There we go. And now we can add our... Oh, you guys are so quiet. You must be watching intensely. Okay, I need to check to make sure my clouds are going facing up in the right direction, and my little border in here. There we go, just a little bit of that white. And we're going to put our flowers on the bottom. Look at how easy this goes together. Now, if you choose not to do the window sheet, you could assemble this just like we're doing now, but here is when you would attach. That's why I call this a bridge, because if you didn't have the window sheet in there, this is what you would use to hold that in place. So right now, I'm just using that to hold my little bunny up. right? Because he is just designer paper and he would not give that much hold. Karen said she is loving it so far. Awesome. All right, now we're just going to put a strip of adhesive on both ends. I am going to tuck this right under the cloud there. And hope I'm straight. Sometimes I'm not always good at being straight. Push that down. All right. And then we need to grab our little, where's my, always missing something. Always missing something. I am looking for my take your pick tool. One day I should swing this around and show you what the other side, the big table, looks like when you ladies aren't here. All right, let's get our little bunny guy on here. And then we have to come up with a greeting. Don't you just love these little dots? No more trimming all those off like we used to. I mean, I still do. Kathy said a must-have tool. You got that right. I love my take your pick tool. And it works to pull these off too, when your little fingers just don't want to, which is tonight. Well, I'm just glad I didn't wait a long time to start a project, because the one I had planned really wasn't, I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't quite as spectacular as what I thought our other project would be. Here we go. Let him dance over there in the flowers. And I got some cute, they're called heart pearls. And what better to use, because we're not doing a rainy day theme here for this little guy. So he just looks like he's having so much fun. I am going to put some of these little hearts up around him. Okay. In the right direction, though. He is just throwing off the love, isn't he? He's so cute. Oh my gosh, my granddaughters would love him. So I'm going to do one there and one there. And then we're going to grab a big guy and we're going to stick it down over here. I spend more time trying to figure out where to put my embellishments. I like to do a triangle, but I'm not sure that's where I want that. But I want to make sure it doesn't look funny as well. So we'll just tuck him in the corner there. That looks better. Looks like he's stepping off there. Okay. Okay, let's bring our stamp set back in, and we are going to, oh my, I didn't even start. I didn't even start this. Well, now you can see how I do my, I do a little cheating on here, so I hope Vicki doesn't mind. You can see how I mount my stamps. Flip this over, and I'm going to come in and cut in between here. And I am actually going to cut into this paper a little bit and up here. And then I am going to pull this out. Pull the paper out, and I'm pulling that sticky part out. Come on. He obviously didn't hear me. I said we're pulling the sticky out. There we go. All right, and the reason I do that is so I have a little piece of my stamp that doesn't have this sticky adhesive on, because I love the fact that it sticks so nice to my block. However, sometimes if I'm using a stamp for a long time, or I forget to put it away or take the adhesive, the stamp off the block, it likes to stick, and so they're hard to get off. So I'm going to match this up here, swing it over here, make sure I'm all aligned on all sides, and then push down. And now you can see what I mean. This little piece right here has no adhesive. So your stamp is still going to stick really nice, but if you wait a while, it'll still pull off because it doesn't have adhesive there. So that's where you're going to grab. So that's my little Stampin' tip on how to get those put together. Now, I cheated a little bit, so now I have 2 of these. So I'm going to put that back down there, and do you know why I did this? First of all, I like to make more than one of the same card, but the reason I did that is so I know where to put my Oh Happy Day. And let me find my balmy blue in my rack. And for those of you who got my newsletter and read it, you notice that there are, I believe, 9 new celebration items you can choose from. That's pretty awesome. All right, I got to get this. Ooh, somebody needs to buy refills. This is... I'm sorry. Oh, wow. So what do you do when your balmy blue is all gone and you don't... Do I have another one? Nope. Lots of pool party. Let's see what else coordinates with that. How about that old olive? Let's try old olive. Carrie, you are welcome. I have been doing that cutting tip for quite some time. It works really great. I have a bad habit of working until I can't anymore, and sometimes, that looks much better. My stamps sit around, and I found that they can be very hard to get off. Okay, so this is nice and juicy, so I'm going to stamp this and then stamp off so I get that little bit lighter color. It's going to look more like his shirt. Okay, let's get this lined back up. I want to line this up first. I can always put that back in. But you know, if I tape it down, I'm gonna stamp it crooked, and then I won't be able to flip it over. Of course, we do have secrets for that too, don't we, ladies? Yep, just take another piece of paper or put a punch over it or something. Okay, so a little stamp off here, and then, oh, I told you. Did I jinx myself? Oh, goodness. I noticed I put my stamp on crooked, so I thought that I would be straight if I stamped that way. Let me just stand up here for a moment. And I don't think I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to leave it dark like his shirt. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Well, guess who'll be fixing this one up? That'd be me. So now you know, even demonstrators aren't 100% perfect. Not even close. We're just like everybody else. That one's a little better. So I'm going to show you just how it would peek through. So I am going to have to restamp this, but I'm not throwing that away because I can use that for something else. But we will definitely get that all fixed up. And then it will be on my blog tomorrow, so you can see that finished one. Although I really wanted you, this is how it's going to look when it's all straight and happy. Oh, happy day. So there is, cute little thing, window card. Here's one more tip. Don't put hand lotion on before you work with window sheets, because that little bugger has got a few fingerprints on it. So again, we got our designer paper, our window sheet, our card base, and the only thing I don't have here is our card base cutting, which I could do real quickly. My pen is right here. So we're going to card base. Here's your dimension, and then you will score at 4 1/4, and then slide it over to 5 3/4 and cut. And then cut 1 1/2 inch. So you'll cut the 1 1/2 inch off that leftover piece that you have. And then you could use something for a bridge, which we used that little guy right behind him, and that was our stitched rectangle dies that we used those from. So I think that was it. Don't go away, because those lovely heart pearls that I used for my cheery little bunny, and you know what? I just may cut out those little flowers and stick them down here yet. So you have to come back to my blog and tomorrow and see what I did to finish him off and finally get my greeting in there straight. Oh, Sharon likes the green. So, and Karen says, how can you not be happy? Right? It's like that song, Singing in the Rain, keeps popping in my head every time I work on this. So we have 2 weeks to draw for. So 2 people are going to get a sampling of these really cute heart pearls. They are in the annual catalog. And you guys know I always have a link to my online store on my blog and also on my YouTube channel. So let's get down to business. Let's have a little fun here. And let's see who is going to win those hearts. And we're giving 2 packs away tonight. So I'm going to make this a big screen so you can see this. Let me pull this in here. Oh, sure. There it goes. So these are from our comments. So hang on. Cross your fingers. Good luck, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Miss Jenny. Woohoo! Congratulations, Jenny. You got 1 pack of the heart pearls. All right. And now we're going to spin again. Cross your fingers. Let's see who's going to get that second pack. And all you have to do is comment and hang out with me during my lives, and we'll get your name in there. Nicole, congratulations. All right, ladies. I will get you these goodies somehow, someday. Sharon's finally getting hers on Friday. So, thank you again, ladies, for joining me tonight. Again, I will have the product links and everything on my blog tomorrow, along with the dimensions. So if you want, you can print them out. And anything else? Oh, otherwise, you can always catch the replay right here on Facebook or head over to my YouTube channel, which is also Linda's Stampin' Escape, and check out any of over 100 videos that I have so far. All right? Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Good night, everyone.